Cradle, The Rise of the Chosen, Chapter 17, Part 1. The white plaster arches over the doors in the hallway were just pleasant enough to distract Takuma from the gnawing anticipation of working on the book about Josh with Gianoa. It wasn't as if she was a loose cannon. It was more like with things she was passionate about, talking to her while working was like a minefield. Those very pale pink carpets had to be someone else's idea for this hallway. Gianoa was more stoic in the sense that such a calming color would make her feel like she was slipping in terms of her readiness for the general fights of life. He opened the door to the room they worked in last time and saw his wife standing over a table while writing vigorously. Josh had one leg up on the deep windowsill and was looking out at the beach. Gianoa looked at Takuma and nodded. Gingel, Josh deal. Yeah, Josh is here, Gianoa informed, not aware of the redundancy apparently. Takuma nodded and smiled at her. Jinti, Kuoli, Uikol, Fitul. And I thought about what you said last night, she continued. Haji Tiku, about God. She made the gesture of using two fingers to point at her eyes and then turned the hand to point at Takuma's. He was relieved. Ayo din Josh, Hujami Kukuli Senji. Josh and I decided to make the book in interviewing format, Gianoa explained. Takuma looked at Josh, who was still gazing out the window, and then back to his wife. Jinti Yun Kioli. This way it'll be more direct. Der Irtu? I see, Takuma agreed and nodded. Yutirino Goetli. So when are you going to write it? Mode Aoi Reguli Nieti. I still have to write out my questions, she answered. Takuma nodded and started looking out the window himself. The ocean seemed significantly more peaceful today, admittedly. However, it looked as if Josh was just lost in thought. Takuma turned from the window and sat next to his wife. Minju Tatirimba. Heard you met Crown Rimba, Josh said to the couple. Doni. Yep, said Takuma. Josh nodded slowly and paused in thought for a moment. Windel, Nieti, Jifuni, Hogaig. Remember this, always accept his gifts. Takuma and Gianoa looked at each other, moderately surprised. Tio Tul, Jimonia Jaj, Oyo. He's trying to fill me out through you, Josh continued. Guajihai, Jumota Fiku. There's a movement among his people. Pt1, they want to transcend. Yinjai, Yimita Tatirimba, Tiklope. Exactly where is Crown Rimba's kingdom? Takuma asked. Uzilo, not just yet, Josh remarked. Jeju, back to the issue. Jajumili, Pioli, Hujimalni, Solip. The people are trying to remove the requirement of morality. Kojima Jolipil, Dunia Soloi, which is odd because they excel in that area, Josh explained. This caused Takuma to contemplate what that actually meant. Hujimani, Mali Duki. Is there a threat to them? Takuma asked. Difuel Shina. Very wise, Josh remarked. Kooti, I'm investigating. Josh looked very serious all of a sudden, and it caused Takuma slight concern. Gianoa seemed to not notice Josh's expression for what it was, and she was slightly distracted herself. Volkamen Ziri. Where did the Volkamen fit in all this? Gianoa asked. Takuma was surprised. She wasn't distracted. She had been thinking ahead of him at the least. Yuji, I know, said Josh with a hint of mystery. Dritis, Miloi, Volkumen. The Volkumen are upright completely. Foziai, Boini, Magiai, Likul. But they have a humor engine implanted in them, Josh explained. Huatui, and that is? Takuma asked. Jimoy, ha nolumnali, when the angels built them. Dinoi, Tilopi, they found that they had issues. Nuti, Vilko, Yunti, Jijaki, with their strict adherence to holiness. Aziki, they went insane. Lomi Nitua Iwilzi, and fairly easily. Nitui Buoni Nija, with the humor engine. Hinuti, Jimua Awiti, with angelic engineering. Fundi, Gioli Tutti, it allowed redundant, Digicum, irrational, Dut, evil, Suhijiai, astronomical calculations. Mahiji Dioti Mija Silu Kuiti, all that could be calculated by the humor engine. Yenu Kuopti, because of its inherent insanity. Do they ever make mistakes? Taikuma asked. Juntwe Hijil, it may seem they do at first. Zopi, Junhai, however in the end, Itikul, Jonkil Nieti Suzel, they never break the angels' endgame. In other words, we can trust them, Gino asked. That's what I gather, Josh answered. Sinu Volkumin, the Volkumin core, Olit, Hinjuai, Babasi are made up of 4 classes. Juni, Kali Mien, the leaders are called holies. Kumi Nain, Plasiet, their strategists are called spirit knots. Etui Maani Logioni, their warriors are called fire wings. Yenti Hulimi, and finally, Aiolik, Hejiek, Juden, their navigators are called heart eyes. They all look the same to me, Takuma joked. Imehalu, purposely. Pipolu, I could see that being useful, Takuma said. Meitu Aioli Jaini Bojiku, I served with them in the 7th Holy War, Josh stated. Hidugijik, Luminal, Tatiliko, Nioriti, evil was taking over. World of 2 truths, Josh started. Tijayul, Niju, Maalio, in that world, complete balance was required. Vifuli, for survival. Zit, Tul, Kome, Jiko, Hajialu, a powerful shaman from eternal winter, Dijujuk, Shokotile, Inotiate, somehow turned both of the truths white. Yel, Hai, that just means Nitue, Kyo, Malio, any errors in morality, Sikoli, resulted in death.